We are going to take you on a little mini tour of the Art and Ambiance Trail, and my good friends Joe and Rita Orr are going to be gracious enough to host you on this little tour. Bear in mind, this is not the whole Art and Ambiance Trail. This is just a small segment of it. We hope you enjoy your trip, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy your hosts.
I'm Joseph Orr, artist from Osage Beach.
And I'm Rita Orr, also an artist from Osage Beach.
We're married, by the way.
And this is our studio and home here in Osage Beach on State Route KK in Osage Beach.
And we welcome everyone here that's visiting the area, or that's even permanent to the area, that hasn't been by our studio, to stop by and say hello.
We had a gallery and exhibited Joe's work at the Potted Steer. And we met a lot of people from St. Louis and Kansas City, all over the Midwest, and it greatly helped our artwork.
Well, after 3 years of being at the Potted Steer, as good as that was, we felt like there was a part of the art world that was kind of missing from our life. So we decided to go back on the road.
But that established us here at the lake.
Right. That's kind of how we got started here at the lake. But at some point we decided to go back on the road and try to establish my work at that time on more of a national scale. So we did a lot of exhibitions across the whole United States, but always keeping, we lived in Evelyn, Missouri at the time, and so we always kept our roots kind of there. After so many years of being back on the road, we decided again, as nomadic as we are, we decided we kind of had enough of traveling and decided to open up another gallery again situation. So that's when we built this place 20 years ago, and here on KK, and we've been here ever since. We built our house here on KK Road so that we could have an outlet for our artwork directly to the public. But at the same time, we recognized that the work had to be distributed throughout the whole United States. And so we use this as our outlet for presenting the work to the the visitors that came into the area, and also a reflection of what's in the area. But
well, it was just natural because Joe has always painted the area, the landscapes, streams, and the lake at the Lake of the Ozarks. So we thought about other places we could go, but we didn't think about it very long. So here we are.
My approach to painting is basically going out into the field, doing a painting, a sketch, bringing it back to the studio, developing that sketch into a finished product, and then taking that finished product and putting it in a frame and sending it to a gallery. And my gallery representation is in Carmel, California, Santa Fe, New Mexico, Hilton Head, South Carolina, Kansas City, St. Louis. So we have a broad area that the Lake of the Ozark is represented through these paintings. Now Rita's is the same way. She develops her work mostly out of her mind or her head.
I get my ideas through people that I see or meet, ideas. I start to sketch and get an idea and then sketch it out. So it's not so much like Joe where he's painting a particular scene. Mine is more of an idea, and things that I like, everyday instances, sitting with friends, and the moments that you have alone or with friends seem to be that's the message in my work and what I try to portray in my original prints.
I call mine modified impressionism, because it's not pure impressionistic and it's not pure realism. It falls kind of in between. And part of that is because of the type of paint that I use, which is acrylic paint. But it lends itself, it dries fast, so it has a harder edge to it. So it's a little bit harder to get the little soft edges that you would associate with impressionism. But because I paint outside, the painting approach is more dabbles of color. The subject matter is this area and the people and the landscape. I'm more of a landscapist than anything. And I just love this area around here.
My style developed through using the silk screen method of I use glue on the screen directly, which is more painterly than some other applications of the silk screen printmaking process. And over a period of, well, I've been doing this for the past 28 years or 30 years. My goodness, time flies. But my style is one that I've developed just from the materials that I use, and I enjoy the subjects. My subjects are people, women in particular, enjoying, like I said before, conversations with friends over a glass of wine, flowers, and it's served me well. My artwork has been in exhibits across the United States, and I'm also represented by many galleries, mostly in the Midwest.
It's kind of funny because so many people think of the Midwest as not being an arts area. You know, you think of either coastline or the Southwest, but there's so many great artists that come from this area, and the subject matter here is unbelievable. You know, you just step outside and you have the lake, you have the trees, you have the people, the farms. You know, there's such a wide variance of subject matter that an artist could find here. We want people to feel comfortable coming in and seeing how artwork is done and what the process is.
We have both our studios open, so people can actually walk around. Besides an area that we have where we show finished work and people can make a purchase while they're here if they wish. We also invite them into our studios, and we can show them how something's done, how I do my process. Joe has his sketchbooks there, which he works from, and so hopefully it's a different experience for people than going to a gallery, which is great also, but we hope that they come to the studio with the idea of seeing a real artist studio.
A lot of times people think of the artist studio as being a real mysterious type of place that is off limits, and I've always, and Rita and I both, have always had the belief that the more accessible that an artist makes himself to the public, the more they'll understand what it is that you're actually trying to say as an artist. Whereas if all you do is read about artist statement, that's so cold. Whereas this is a more one-on-one and a warmer way of, if you're thinking about purchasing a piece of artwork, it's a lot more fun to go away with a piece of artwork directly from an artist studio than it is to have said, well, I never got to meet him, but this is what they say he says about his work. And this way, if you buy directly from the artist, you have heard exactly what the artist thinks about his work or her work. Boy, I'm excited. I think we'll take this 2-day trip, and I think it would be great to see some of the artists on this tour and just kind of get an idea of what's on here. But keep in mind that there's a lot of artists that we won't be able to see on here, but you sure can, and at any time you can change your tour or dictate the tour that you would want to take. So I think we
could go another time and see something completely different.
Oh yeah, we could make this into a 3-day or 4-day trip even though it only takes 1 day to drive all the way around, but you could easily make this 3 or 4 days to see everything, and I think it's really exciting. So but first, I tell you what, I'm kind of hungry. We've got the gas in the truck. Let's get going and
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
What's that?
On the Rise?
Oh, hey, that's first place on.
It's
There
on
it
the
is.
trail.
Okay, let's go.
All right.